Hey y'all, welcome back everyone, returning and new subscribers. You already know what it is. Alba la Pantera in the building. Overstanding the power of your will. Just know we about to go in with these messages, as we always do. We gonna take it there. So welcome everyone, whether you're catching this live, replay, definitely hit that like button to show that you came in here and washed your hands when you walked up into the place. You feel me? Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're going to share this message, make sure you're sharing it with like minded, like hearted people. So that way, you're being mindful of your progression. And although if you happen to share it with someone where you feel like that wasn't the direction you were supposed to go, it's all good. It's more than good. It'll show you more of a cause and effect, though. I did not want to turn that on, but apparently, okay. We just gonna let it be what it is. Let it do what it do. I see you now. But welcome everyone. I'm gonna give y'all a few to enter. In the meantime, here we go. Here we go. Let's ride out, beloved. So, this message is pertaining to overstanding the greatest power given to a being on this planet, which is your will, your willpower, which basically connects to what you decide to do, to make a decision. Now, why is it important to overstand this great power? Because it is the one power that you have authority of, that the Most High gave you to the point that it has nothing to do with it. That's how powerful your will is. That not even the creator of all will intervene. That's all you. Now, what does that tell you? It is important, very important, essential, like breathing, to know thyself, to control self. Know thyself to be able to control self. And the way that you're able to utilize that power of your will is going to be through self control. Okay. Now, why is that the topic right now? Not even so much why is it the topic right now, but we constantly speak of balancing the mind, body, and spirit, right? Now, the body simply speaks of your presence. Your spirit, that's the part of you that wants to know your purpose, right? Now, your soul. Mm. You hear a lot about selling souls. What does that actually mean? Well, the title of this is Overstanding the Power of Your Will. It so happens that the soul is your mind, your will, and your emotions. The body and the spirit are easy. The soul now, you have your mind, your will, and your emotions. Now, you know you have your conscious mind, and you also have your subconscious mind. Greetings, Goddess D. You have your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. When it comes to your conscious mind, okay, everything you do with your senses, you download onto the conscious mind. Now, when we're speaking of your subconscious mind, this is now where we talk about following the flow of your heart. Welcome, Goddess Fatima. Following or aligning with your heart is connected to your subconscious mind. Now, let's go a little bit more into that. This is why it's important to be mindful, which is connect to the soul, connecting fully to the soul, your willpower, of what it is that you connect to when it comes to your senses, the five that we know of: hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, and touching, along with the higher vibration senses. But we're talking about those five, the star, right? 5 points, one star. It's important to be mindful of what you are connecting to with those senses, what you put your hands on. Because once it gets to the subconscious mind, it's basically where your soul is. Okay? Now, when it comes to that subconscious aspect of yourself, that's what's below. But what's below is containing all that is above. As above, so below. You hear that often. You hear me say that often, right? You hear a lot of other readers say that often too. But here's the thing. Once there are experiences in the subconscious mind, think of it as programs that you download onto your motherboard, right? onto your CPU, your laptop, whatever you have. And there comes a point where you have to declutter it, right? There could be certain programs that you have. They may require you to put a whole new system in it or buy an entirely new computer or laptop. Now we're speaking of what you hear about when it comes to transformation, the old into the new. So, overstanding, the power of will, that is where you decide to make a decision or not. The Most High gave you free range of that power of will. Okay? So, gods and goddesses, you were intentionally sent here to this planet to have dominion over the land. And any assistance that you require to do so isn't just going to land on your lap because of that power of will that you have. If you want a greater power to divinely intervene, you will have to give it permission to. Again, now you're seeing even more how powerful you are when you realize the power, the full power of your will, which we know it as that solar plexus energy, right? Okay. So, whatever your senses are receiving, it is being downloaded into your spirit, your whys, your purpose, or your whys of the purpose. Welcome, my love. Welcome, goddess. So, we're going to see what messages come through, and we're going to dive more into that. But this is where we at, collective. We have this immense gift that we all at some point take for granted. The power of will. First, you may not realize it because there has to be an understanding, that process, transformation process, for you to balance out the heart chakra, making it as light as a feather. So you can realize, know, because that knowing, that realization when it comes to that heart chakra, the heart is the heart mind would be your subconscious mind. So here we going back to that statement, be mindful. You hear me say that often, be mindful. And that is a powerful statement as I'm also going through my journey, the more I connect with y'all. And being mindful means that you are stepping into your authority, first and foremost, of knowing who you are, right? The I am that I am. life force, vitality, the blood. Blood also connects to culture, right? You have culture, and you also have occult. So things that could have been hidden could even um, slow down your progression of knowing what's truly in that heart chakra, to know that power of will, which is connected to the soul. Okay. Now, the mind would be at the center of the soul, because you have your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. So if the mind is at the center of the soul, there's also a rhythm, a flow, vibration, a beat. See, when we speak of harmony, making sure that we're filling our conscious mind with things of harmony, now we're getting into further alignment as to a much more refined alignment as to our soul and its connection to the body and the spirit, because it's basically the bridge between the two. It's supposed to be. But it can only be if we know what it is. Now, this is where ignorance is not bliss. Okay? Because some will know and still ignore the fact that, okay, the soul really does work as that high priest that is in between a king and a prophet. King, queen, and a prophet. Is your video choppy? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me clearly before I continue. So, okay, thank you. Thank you, love. So, what are you allowing your senses to receive? Because that you have control over. You do. You decide what you surround yourself with. Thank you, Fatima Indy. Appreciate it. Right? You decide what you're around, allowing it to feed your senses, which feeds your spirit, which now is feeding your whys. So if you find yourself in this position of what we would call confusion, that is a moment to pause and see how many different things, see what is exactly influencing what you hear, see, smell, taste, touch. You know what else too, why it's so important to know yourself and what you want to do? Because there will be energies that will test your own knowing of your consciousness. That is a valuable, what's the word I can use? A valuable part of yourself, consciousness. the one that you are aware of, because what you're aware of, you can, you have that chance to say forget it and not allow it to be something that continues to evolve, because the more it evolves, the more of the process of repetition it goes through. Now you find it connect to the subconscious. Once that joint is in the subconscious mind, okay, where your soul is, to make sure it's something that belongs there. So as you hear me say this, and I'm hearing myself telling it to you out loud, it should give you revelations about the word soulmate. But let's see what Source has to say. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe, Papa Universe, Infinite Creator of all. Thank you for this power of will. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me for you and I collective to use our mind's eye to see. Always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, y'all. So let's see what's going on. Today is a white crystal galactic signature day, Kin 90. We're going 9 and 0. Completions. Completion having to do with the element of fire, a transformative element, right? The affirmation for white crystal dog is I dedicate in order to love, universalizing loyalty. I seal the process of the heart with the crystal stone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of spirit, guided by the power of spirit, meaning your intention, the intention, and connection to the Most High. So the intention and connection to the Most High is the reason you were created, the intention behind the reason that you were created to be here in this lifetime or any other lifetime. That purpose, which we all are. Our bodies are here. Our spirit is here because everything we do in life is to get a clearer understanding of that why. And because it is a journey, that why continues to go through processes of refinement constantly. Right? So let's see what message comes out. When I was using my deck earlier, the white dog card, which is actually right here, continuously came out, which speaks of the power of the heart through the action of love, the essence of loyalty, planet Mercury, which is in the sign of Virgo. And we are approaching the new moon in Virgo on the 27th. And the chakra for the white dog is the crown. So this is basically like really analyzing habits that you have to connect to anything in any area of life. It was just 25, 25. Let's look at that on 1 second. I missed y'all. A lot of folks wonder what y'all been up to. 25, 25 says hot, warm, ew, toasty. Let me see something else here. Well, Venus is in Leo, so see how that's looking. Full moon in Aquarius going into the new moon in Virgo. New moon in Virgo has a lot to do with work, habits, career, your dreams, rituals that you do. And with the full moon in Aquarius prior to that, there was a lot of completions in order for you to step into forgiveness, so that way you're able to analyze yourself even further. I miss y'all too. Welcome, Diana Love. So look at that. Look. Awaken eternal union. See that? 1 and 15. New love as within, so without is forming. Okay? So let's see what's going on. Because we also have Mercury going retrograde on the 9th of September. I was looking at 25, my bad. Experience great changes. Let's do it. Let's do it then. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Hold on. You know I gotta look at the gematria because I'm nosy. That's what we here for though. 25, 25. 207. That's Mercury in Aquarius, 6 of Swords. Okay. It's also connected to 1122. You could be seeing 1122, which is basically saying that the vision that you have, you're being called to now start to build on that foundation, or what you have built is reaching a point where you can enjoy what you've built, fruits of your labor. Virgo energy as well, right? So it also says coming down from God out of heaven. There's that. There is that. That number 207702720 is showing up a lot here. So that would be moon in Cancer. You could have a moon in Cancer. 4 of Cups energy. This could be, okay, so for some of you, right, there could be this energy of don't want to say those words, but sorrow, pains, and regrets that you are analyzing. And the only reason why I said I didn't want to say it's because I don't want to dwell on that, because that's not what the energy feels like. But it does have to come up, so as you may already be aware of it, as a confirmation that you're just analyzing it for what it is, but now you're able to see it like, this is what makes me who I am right now. You know how many moments you've had like that? I get it, plenty. But something about this particular moment that we are in right now, it's you being able to really and truly enjoy the fruits of your labor. You've been enjoying it, but there still was that, there was still something there that it's just Drano wasn't enough. Something still had to get unclogged, you know? So let's see what we got going on here. That's wild because Remedy H just went live and it's called Lost Souls. So, losing the mind, losing the power of will, losing oneself in emotions by not fully understanding the power of the mind, the will, and your emotions. You have here light codes. Travel awaits. And this always gives me Black Mamba mentality because it looked like Hobie. I mean, rest in paradise. 3232 on the timer. And let me write these numbers down. Give me a second because 2525 now 3232 shows up. So that was 77 32 32 55. Let me see what 3232 talking about for y'all right quick. Because travel awaits. 2525 says experience great changes. We were just talking about 1122, enjoying the fruits of your labor, building on the vision. Now it's time to take action based on the vision that has been built. So 3232 says creating the life you want. Okay. Give me a second. I want to get this down here, you feel me? Creating the life you want. Creating the life you want. God's a creator. What do you want is the question. Huh. I want I want is the sacral. The womb space. A dark space. But it's the home of manifestation. The process of manifestation. And you see the pace that I'm going right now because that is what the God within you does. It doesn't use time the way we do in this realm. 9:49 right now. It just went to 50 right as I'm looking at it. So let me get further messages here from these numbers. 32, 32. What you talking about? Right hand. Right hand. God. Well, 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 well. The sun. The soul. Also, a message here coming in about Archangel Haniel. Okay. The grace of God, connection to your life force energy, the I am that I am. There's something else here. Which is also speaking of Michael. Archangel Michael, top dog. One of the avenging angels. Movement awaits you. Travel awaits you. Give your worries to the angels to protect you, because they are your security. The angels are your security. And you constantly see signs of them by name. If you have a understanding as to the chakras, they're connected to your either single color, a number representing that chakra, because they recognize you. God. But do you recognize yourself fully? Is there anything that you would have to remove from your conscious mind so it doesn't become a seed in the subconscious? The space that is similar to the womb of creation where a seed is planted. Sacral also having to do with water, creative energy. Is your river flowing effortlessly? Or is there something there blocking it? Now, full moon Aquarius, a lot of the shifts that you have experienced up until this point, that your body and spirit is listening to this message, was to clear the channel media, which has a lot of power when it comes to your senses, right? So when it comes to this travel awaits number 24, that's number 6, which also speaks the Lover's card, Gemini energy, Mercury energy, your thoughts, the way you think, communicate. In this new chapter, look at that, 24 again. It's 9:55. 24, 24. All I heard was double up. Hold up. When is Nip's birthday? It was yesterday. Okay. Nipsey's birthday was yesterday. Salute to the God, Ashe. So, I need to see these lyrics right quick. Hold on. Because it's the third time we got a double number. Three or four times. I ain't telling no lies. Life in diamonds. Who knew the pressure you would go through? Turn 7 to a 14. 14 to a whole thing. 7 is a chariot. 14 is temperance. And the angel that allows you to temper yourself is Michael. Because we talking about get shit done, Michael gets shit done. I mean, they all do. But Archangel Michael with the shits. Okay? 24, 24. There's a big ad on the top just now that says, if you know, you know. "24, 24. Get closer to your goals," is what it says. 32, 32. Now, closer to your goals in the moon deck, that is actually one of the gibbous moon cards, and we are in the gibbous phase, disseminating phase. The moon is in Aries. Spiritual warrior. So something tells me 44, 29. Okay. Your next move, your next biggest move right now awaits you. Meaning, if you aren't connected to your mind, your will, and your emotions, and you have self-control, you know exactly what awaits you. You know exactly what awaits you. And as I'm saying this, it's given me the essence of an epiphany or revelation, because there's something that is processing within you at this very moment as you're listening to this message. There's a reason why you're here. There's always a reason why you're somewhere. There's always a why, but do you know that why? Why your spirit led you? And a strong spirit, there are many. But your strongest version of you is your divine connection to your mind, conscious and subconscious, your will, and the energy and motion within you. Also knowing who is waiting for you to call on and say, handle this for me. And I'm speaking of your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors. Some of you are here, as you've heard before. The work that you're spiritually doing, spiritual work that you're doing, getting to that space of knowing why. Some of you are already there. You know why. Now you're on a journey of just infinite evolution of that why. You are assisting your ancestors to have their ascension. And the higher they're able to go when it comes to the part of them that never changes, the God frequency, they're now able to assist you as well, along with your angels. But let your angels do it. You know what I'm saying? Let them dwell in paradise where they at. Let your angels take care of all that other stuff. Because some of y'all got angels that are bored. Okay, they're bored. That's what they said. They said, call me. What up, multi-dimensional? Welcome. So, your new chapter, travel awaits you. In all of your darkest moments, you are this light. You are the seed. I want to see the gematria. '24, 24. He who is a lion of the tribe of Judah is the very first one. I have to pause for a moment on that one. And I'm going to take me a sip of water on that one too. Because I want to see what messages are coming through. Because we, you know what I'm saying? That energy, that soul of net thing, you already know how it is. That's an eternal soul right there. Shout out to His Divine Empress, Lauren, as well. It was just 50:05, so that gave me the vibe of Leo energy again, the house of Leo. The conscious and subconscious. Let me get one more from this deck. So, he who is a lion of the tribe of Judah, what is your message? They get that cosmic ancestors. 10. Voice your concerns. That outside just sounded like a trumpet. The God who is above all other gods. He who is a lion of the tribe of Judah, the message is navigate distractions by aligning your unique verse, unique sound, unique sight, unique smell, unique taste, unique touch. Navigate distractions by removing whatever it is that is not allowing you to become that magnet, heart chakra, align with the heart chakra to attract what you want. That was the other message, right? Creating the life you want. 3232, which is 55. We started this part of the message at 50. Oh. Signs are all around you. You know this. You know this. You better know this. But now this time is about experiencing the great change from the observation you've been doing. Approaching a new moon, which speaks about potentials, which is a seed, growth, the dreams, the goals. Do your dreams align with your work? Talk about work, we're talking about Venus, and we're going back to the senses once again. For some of you, your dreams actually do match your senses because of what you're allowing into your conscious mind. And if it has reached the point of the subconscious, you may have had to go through a dark night of the soul to remove what no longer serves you. What no longer serves you is a distraction. Align your universe. Navigate distractions. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have 22. Mother Earth. And there's a card here peeping out. And I think this is the Celestial Gatekeeper. Sure is. You could be seeing a lot of ravens, a lot of crows. This could either be your ancestors, yes, monitoring you, guiding you, assisting you with alignment, letting you know to release the old habits. Habits are all about Virgo energy too. And those habits are in connection to what you believe in. Polar opposite to Virgo is Pisces. 12th house energy, Neptune. And as a matter of fact, yep, you're retrograde too. While Jupiter will be entering the sign of Pisces once again, ruled by Neptune, but its ancient ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. Jupiter re enters Pisces on the 27th of October. We have a new moon in Virgo, polar opposite to Pisces, that Jupiter re enters on the 27th of October. We have a new moon in Virgo on the 27th of August. New beginnings. News that you could be receiving that brings you joy. Happiness awaits you. And it's also coming in as far as the tribe of Judah, the opening of the scrolls, rewriting your story, creating the life you want. hmm Creating the life you want. We're looking at a page of wands like energy as far as 2 months. Page of wands speaks about 10 weeks. Now, page of wands is Sagittarius energy, Jupiter energy, which speaks about the bigger picture. But now you have the pieces of the puzzle of the picture. It's like you had a vision of that bigger picture, but not really. But this full moon in Aquarius put it all together. Aquarius is 11th house energy, ruled by Uranus. And it speaks about social relationships. As above, so below, as within, so without. So there has been a lot of refinement of your knowing in connection to the polar opposite of Aquarius, which is Leo. 5th house energy. Speaking of I will. And what is your will? The greatest power you were given as a being on this planet that not even the creator of all will intervene unless you ask. It's one of those gifts that you were given that is so powerful, and you were given so much authority over it that the creator of all said, if you want my assistance with it, you would have to, you would have to give me permission to do so. Ain't that something? So now, see how we speak of the how on this channel? The how belonging to the Most High, the Creator of all. Because you have the power over the who, what, when, where, and why. And whenever you ask how you're doing something, that's you asking or giving the infinite creator the permission to step in. But some of you don't actually give the permission fully. Because when you ask how, you got to step out the way. It's like if someone asks you, oh, can you do my hair, for instance? Can you do my hair? And they say, yeah. But you're doing your hair while they're doing your hair. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to step to the side because you got it under control. It's the same way. When you ask in the divine how you're going to do something. When you ask how, you got to move out the way. And ask how when you've done all that you can't control, because another thing with the infinite creator, it's not going to step in if you haven't done the work that you have control over, have power to. And when you've done the work, what happens? There's a reclaiming of your mind. There's a knowing of your power of will. There is self-control when it comes to your emotions. All in all, you're fully connected to your soul now. So you were intentionally created to have dominion of this land. And all of these spiritual texts, religious texts, are codes as to the way you receive your keys to your kingdom to build it into an empire. When you're building an empire, that's heaven on earth. The kingdom too. So, let me see what my cards are saying here. What message do you have for the collective, beloved? Split the deck. There goes the destroyer for you. Some of you have to call them your angels. You know what it's for, and you know what I'm saying it for. Call them. Next thing we got here is the rune of self. In the world, but not of it. It was just 10444. One of those angels for some of you is definitely Raphael. You could be seeing 322. Just know that source is hiding you because you're one of the great ones. If you've been struggling and you've been patient, just know you're one of the great ones. Your nurturing of the seed that you are, the nurturing of the seed that you are requires a divine process. And now it's bringing me to this download I received earlier as well that I can share with y'all. That's coming up. What did I put here? Because some of you have went through a process of initiation on your own, as most do. Some of you have a dream that is bigger than your vision. Hear me out. This is an overstanding statement. A dream that is bigger than the vision. This is a being that is allowing the soul to guide them, the why to guide them, the knowing of that why to guide them. You have a purity, a uniqueness when it comes to the spirit and the soul that you were given when you were created by the Most High to be here right now. A dream bigger than a vision bigger than a dream. What I'm saying is, look at that. You're one of the original gods. I know it ain't. Yes, it is. 22:22 right now. You're one of the builders of heaven, the original one. So you see, that's where your dream will be bigger than your vision bigger than your dream. You have an original language. It's not even words. You know that more and more now through isolation. What isolation has gifted you with, and who you find yourself connecting or reconnecting with. You're definitely a traveler, an astral traveler. And you know what? Specifically speaking, someone who can travel through realms, you're very conscious of the way you take care of your body, especially allowing yourself to be light enough before going to bed. Okay? So, light enough in the sense that your body doesn't have to work while you're asleep to digest what you have put into your body. So, just let that sit with you for a bit. Let's see what comes out. Look at that. Telling you. Predated soul agreement. You could be a solar seal of a white mirror as well. The power of endlessness. Could also have a solar seal being in here that is a red moon. You're at the beginning stages of a secret being revealed to you. Capricorn could also be significant. And this is the traveler. And now we have source and a spirit child rebirth. This rebirth has to do with segment. Yeah, for sure. Because look, you're spot on and God comes out again. So, definitely talking to a God, goddess up in here. 11103 on the timer. I feel you. I see you, beloved. This time certainly is. One 11:33. Yeah, 11:22:33. Look at this. You got the fire. Yeah. You were just talking about that earlier. You have the knowledge, the craft. The student surpasses the teacher. Female occult secrets. Earth. Heaven on earth. Yeah. Right here. 14. Turn 7 to a 14. Double up. 7. Celestial gatekeeper. Y'all think this shit is a game. These messages are just straight out here like that too. The observer, shedding light on matters, quest for truth, exploration of paradigms in search of the truth. Yeah, I see you. You got Red Skywalker here. The power of space. Before I continue with that, you have the Royal Star Regulus here, which connects to Leo 29 degrees, which we are also approaching. No, we are approaching this very soon, the 22nd, 25th, which speaks of truth, compassion, wisdom, born a leader, activation of the crown chakra, aligning with passion, aligning your universe. You got here this Red Skywalker speaking of the power of space to align your universe, your unique hearing, sight, smell, taste, touch, and all the other senses beyond that. Through the action of exploring the essence of wakefulness, the planet Mars, life force energy. So you're connecting now more towards the I am that I am. Life force, vitality, temperament. There we go with 14 again, temperance. Could be seen 1144 a lot. This message is definitely something you would want to, you could use it for your meditation. Pause it wherever you have to. You know what I'm saying? And go in when it comes to your journey. Go in when it comes to you hearing a message and you know it's igniting the passion within you to take a particular step moving forward, you know. This also connects to leading from the heart, which was the Lionsgate. That's what that was all about. Fame, honor, and wealth. Constellation of Leo. Then we got Warrior of Light. There go Archangel Michael again. Some of you could be born during the waning crescent moon, but this is right before the new moon, which speaks of healing, soothing, and surrendering. So this is where that moon in Cancer, Four of Cups frequency is coming into play, where it's like, okay, you've been looking at all of this that had you in this space of being discontent. Now it's really time to surrender and release it, because you're about to pull whatever's in the 5D for you into the 3D. So this is giving me the energy of everything that you have in your conscious mind right now. This would be like the final call before it's planted into your subconscious. Make sure that's what you want there. Because once it reached the subconscious part of you, now we're speaking of this becoming your soul. This becomes your mind, what guides you to take certain steps, make certain decisions, and have a certain flow and connection to your emotions. Form of that would be remove anything and all things that you know your gut instinct tells you, I already know what's about to happen, but let me just see. This ain't the time for that. Especially if it's not something you want around you. I was meditating after some type. I felt like inspiration was coming in as lyrics. I was confused at first whether it was my pain. I know that's right. And we have here Aries, Libra, Virgo, Pisces. This is basically the entire wheel right here. Because this is the first axis of the 6, and this is the final one, the 6th one. Aries, Libra, Virgo, Pisces. Cardinal, mutable. Your magic, your initiation. And what's in between that is the soul, the mediator. Well, look what you got here coming up next. White World Bridger. In between. Mars is playing full out. For some of you, this new moon with Mars being in the 12th house, you want to get more familiar as to the energies that are happening there. And look at that. You got AWAS, and some of you, there's something major coming in for you that you deserve right now. You deserve this. You've been working. Possibly your whole existence up until this point for what's coming for you now. We have AWAS, which is Death Mysteries. White World Bridger speaks of the power of death. Initiation is on here as well. Patience is key. Temperance. And the growth that is encouraged through discomfort. So that way, later on, you can avoid casualties. Your life is not a casualty. Your life is not an experiment. You can make it that way. And the way your life becomes an experiment is if you don't know your why. Fully embrace and take action on what that why is for each and every single one of them. So, let me see what's under You Deserve This. Wow, solar eclipse. The next one is in October. next year in October. Jupiter in Pisces. Give me a second. Hold the fuck. Libra Scorpio energy. Solar eclipse on the 25th. That's wild because moon tone 11, Libra, solar seal 13. Oh, the numbers I'm looking at 11, 13. What's 11, 13? Let's see what's coming in here for y'all about this solar eclipse. Something you need to know now so that way, let me see. Crows are highly significant. Something you could have had. You either don't have it or will have it. I don't know. Let me see. The number 8. Revealed sun. Congratulations if you find out that you are conceiving. More than likely could be a son. Let's see. The birds of heaven. You are not broken. Because Mars is going to be entering Gemini, and that's the 9 of Swords energy. You know how the 9 of Swords looks like, but that's also a lack of self-control, which is not having a hold over your own emotions. And I'm not saying in the sense that where people misuse the word emotional, where it's an issue. It can, not so much where it is an issue, because it can be an issue if it's not under control. But when you have control over your emotions, being emotional is not a problem. So, let me see what. Okay, so you know what? There could be conversations that you'll have or have had. It was only for you to see how far you've come when it comes to observation and your unique burst of hearing. So you're not wasting energy, in areas of your life or with people who, not to say that anybody's better than anyone. You know what I'm saying? Rod Hayes said it perfectly. His mom told him that you're not better than anybody, but no one is better than you. That's basically saying that if she said that to that person who she said that they're not better than him, she's also letting them know that no one is better than them as well. Because everyone is doing their own unique thing. Now, if you're doing the opposite of that, obviously it's not authentic, it's not unique. So let's see what this here 11 13 talk about. Beloved 13. This would also fall under Venus and Scorpio, 7 of Cups. A lot of action in the dream state. Bell, protect the king. Daniel. So some of you could be going on a vegetable fast because that's also a fast. The Daniel fast would be a fast that you do where you don't eat meat, you don't consume yeast. So you put the bread down too. There's different ways of fasting, you know what I mean? Um, 11:13 says guidance of the universe. Would you look at that? Yeah, 33 again, 111. Okay. Learn from the past, stayed on the table here. Get on it, mama. Do you. It's time. Learn from the past. Do not stay there. The energy I'm feeling right now for y'all, honestly, is beautiful. It is a beautiful moment that you're about to step into. You don't want to waste your time, your energy, moving the way you used to, expecting a different result. You already know what that is. And then you have here, wow, as you sow, so shall you reap. There's that. 13. Telling you. Summer harvest was winter food. Summer harvest was winter food. Dark, cold moments. It trained you to be able to step into the next level of training to regain your power if you have given it away, aka your soul, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions. Number 4, self-existing, taking the essence of form through the power of defining and connecting to that power through taking measures. Measuring. Patience is definitely key. Past life, present power. Study the sciences. The stars are aligning you. Get more familiar with the natal chart. It wants us to pull 3 oracle cards because it's going to give you more clarity as far as stagnation that has hindered you when it comes to self-control. The yang energy, masculine thinker, 144. Divine feminine, whether you are in a partnership with a divine counterpart, my whole solar plexus just got so warm right now. This is a moment, not even just for divine feminines, this is those of you reclaiming your power. You're connecting to exactly what you deserve. Now remember, depends on what you're feeding your subconscious. It's 10:44 right now. 1:44 again. What are the 3 messages here? Shh. 1 second. Treasure Island. Mending. Firm foundation. 9:52 for 9524, September 4th, 2024. 979597. This speaks of Venus in Virgo. Venus right now is in Leo. Give me 1 second though. Venus will be in Virgo on the 5th, right before Mercury goes retrograde to October 2nd. But Mercury will be in that shadow phase of retrograde. Venus in Virgo. Venus isn't comfortable there at all. It's at a fall in the sign of Virgo. Okay, so develop that habit from this new moon in Virgo, y'all, to be able to respond accordingly, okay, to moments where you could find yourself being nitpicky. Know that that is the energy as far as the planets are concerned at that moment. Especially for those of you who are using this as guidance, because as you continue to evolve, you'll be able to master it, where it becomes a guidance, but it's not something you're going to be so dependent on, right? So you want to be mindful of what you surround yourself with, because there would be a shift that would have to do with your self-worth, your beauty, relationships, because you're going to find yourself filtering your feelings through your mind. So this is that soul work once again, okay? So something from your past while Mercury goes into retrograde could be resurfacing. And let me see. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, this has to do with partnerships for sure, because it would be in the sign of Libra. Some of you could legit be a Libra. We did get Aries and Libra before that. And they would want you to focus on your North Node. Where are you going? What does this situation have to do with where you're going? So that you'll have control over yourself. Because if it has nothing to do with where you're going, you're going to respond a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It basically not tolerating shit. So focus on what it is that you're building. You've gone through your process of your tower moments. And that tower moment has to do with what you were building. There was a it's like a crack in your foundation as thin as this piece of paper that caused the entire thing to just, so you don't want to rebuild with that same energy, right? You want a firm foundation. Okay, slow and steady. You know what you're building. You know your temperament. You know the fire that's within you. I've been seeing a lot of turtles too. So, soulmates for sure. And chaos and conflict. If that ain't Mercury right now, where we at? What hour is this? This is the sun hour. Okay. All right. So Mercury retrograde. As of right now, you're gaining clarity of it. So that way, when Mercury retrograde comes in, you already 10 steps ahead. And now you're able to redo, rebuild, because that's what gods and goddesses do. That's what the chosen ones are here for. Chosen ones have been here numerous times. They're just here to assist with the rebuilding process, right? So Mercury retrograde is a wonderful time for you to process your thoughts now. Okay. So, yeah, building blocks at the bottom of the deck. A lot of building that's happening here. Again, building master builder number 22. You could be a master number 22. You could have Taurus highly aspected in your chart as well. And it also has to do with your senses. And as we already know, whatever your senses receives, it loads it onto your purpose. It downloads it into your spirit. Your senses download whatever it is that you have onto your spirit at this moment. So align your universe, your universe by navigating distractions. Let me pull a few tarot cards for this right quick. Don't bring a situation from a past relationship into a new one. Okay. This is giving me the vibe of what's at the top? Libra. Okay. Partnership. There's a divine intervention because someone asked, a reward coming in. That is the World card here, which speaks of completion of the cycle, right? And you have a seed that's being nurtured, or seed that's being planted, a seed being given to a masculine from a supreme source. And this space, the land, the grounding, to be able to withstand this gift that's coming in. So this is giving me that vibe of when you know, if you know, you know. When you know, it's a win-win outcome for all. It's a purification for all. This is what I'm saying. Those of you who are resonating with this message, you're one of the creators of the heavens with the infinite creator. And you're here to bring that on earth. Just like everybody's getting an enhancement of their gifts right now. Everybody. If you asked as well for this higher level of knowing, and in asking, you're allowing the divine to intervene. And in that asking and allowing the divine to intervene, you're being patient with the process as to what the divine does when intervening. So, That's a lot. Look at this. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There goes the tower. You have the Hierophant. Oh, yeah, you're definitely receiving plenty of gifts. See, this is the high priest asking the magician, like, yo, what we doing? What are we doing? Changing the world. It's time to tell your story. Because the media has great power over the senses, doesn't it? Hmm. A gift that has been protected for eons. Mars and Leo there. There goes the Page of Wands that we were speaking of earlier. And I feel like this is you asking. Some of you literally travel through different spiritual realms because you're highly gifted, highly ranked, highly gifted to be able to do so. You're definitely a warrior of the sun, protector of the sun. That's the second energy because this is Mars and Leo. Mars is spiritual warrior, right? This is Sagittarius energy, Jupiter. Bearer of good news as well about the crossroads that you've been in. Mars and Aries. There's a lot of Mars all over again. Okay. Now, a card just dropped. Let's see this here. Mercury retrograde. Something about that card is telling me has to do with Mercury retrograde. If there's anything left to be cleared up, there goes the Four of Cups. All the cards we mentioned earlier are pulling through here. So, yeah, it's giving me this vibe of not wanting to constantly start and stop something, start and stop. So you have to take a very big pause and say, yo, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Yeah, that part. That part too. So, and in doing so, there was a reason why you had to go back to a lot of different things because there was a part of you that you had to release and you had to figure out why you kept on reconciling with certain emotions. There go the Four Cups again. Certain emotions that kept you wounded. You wounded boo-boo warrior. You is 144 on the timer because you kept giving your love to situations that weren't balanced. It's time to bring the balance in. It's simple as that. Listen, all this chaos and conflict with soulmates. Once you understand the power of your will, you come up with that solution to the conflict. That, my love, is your message. I love you, and I will see you on the next live.